Welcome to Module 4, Video 1. And congratulations on putting your story, the first draft of your story on paper. Now you have it. It's an amazing work and I hope you had fun and enjoyed doing that. So you picked one topic, one message, and put everything that you think is relevant to bring and drive the point home. Now let's not forget the celebration part. This is really crucial. The self-reflection please that we are doing every week. I just want to invite you to stop the video and actually start doing module 4 by completing the self-reflection please, which is a celebration and honing on the victories that you had doing this work in the previous 7 days. So stop the video right now and complete self-reflection please related to completing module 3. If you want to add things that were happening outside during the program, that's fine, that's really great. But focus first on what was completed and what are the breakthroughs and ahas and the feelings you were feeling as you were completing this work. Putting the story on paper out of your system, putting it all together in one place, not concerning about the time, the length of the story, because we are going to be tightening it up in this module. So stop the video and complete self-reflection please, and I will see you in less than 5 minutes. Now let's talk about the length of the story and how many versions of your story you want to have. Well, the answer is very simple. You want to have at least 3 different versions. 1 minute and 30 seconds for networking settings, 3 to 4 minutes or up to 5 minutes for webinars and seminars if you do them, and the next one will be 6 to 15 and even 18 minutes version of your story for the keynotes and presentations you're making on stage and from stage. So very simple. Now, what we're going to create first is the full length, meaning we're going to start with the longer version because it's always easier to shorten things rather than to expand on them. So let's start with the longer version. What is the formula of the simple story? I already gave it to you on the live call and in the previous module, but let me repeat myself and elaborate and add a little bit more details to that. And we still want to keep the simplicity of that. You set up the stage, so this is the opening scene, that's how you start your story. And then keep in mind that you want to have 3 lows and 3 highs, 3 pits and 3 breakthroughs. Now, what is the breakthrough? It's the lesson that you learned. But when you're sharing the lesson that you learned, you relating to your audience who is listening to you. So in other words, instead of teaching them directly, you are referring to yourself, but listening to you, they are having an emotional breakthrough. Most of them. If it's the right audience, they will. If you are having trouble and you're stuck on who is the story for, who do you want to work with, who you want to share your story with and serve these people, then put your story first on paper, and then when you look back at it, think about who is going to benefit from listening to this. So be flexible with that. Don't let your unknowing of who your target audience is stop you from creating the work. So there are 2 approaches. 2 approaches I want you to keep in mind. First, when you have complete clarity on who your ideal client is or target audience, it's all the same. I'm using different definitions. Now, if you know that, keep that in mind when you're creating the story and you're going to be tightening it up. If you don't, put everything that is related to your topic and your message and then all the relevant episodes and events that happened in your life that will lead to a breakthrough, and then another search, and then the breakthrough and another search. Have 3 of those, 3 lows, 3 highs. Then when you finish, when you look back at what you've written, then think about what is that message? What is the underlying message that you already had and you kept it? But think about who is going to benefit from that. And then it becomes a matter of testing. In testing, I mean doing the marketing research, like I advised you to do in the previous module. So it's very easy to do. Don't get stuck on that and say, oh, well, I'm totally confused, or I don't want to do it because like what this piece is missing and this piece is missing. Well, put everything, you already put everything on paper, I hope so. And now let's look for the 3 lows and 3 highs, and that's going to be enough for the compelling story with the message and the topic and the point you're driving at the end. What is the purpose of your story? So now I want you to really think about the 3 and 3 method. So 3 pits, 3 lows, and 3 highs, the breakthroughs and the lessons. And this is exactly what I want you to do right now. I will see you in video 2, where we're gonna dig even deeper in the details of creating your story. But for now, this is your work.